Welcome back to ABC General Hospital channel. Today, we're diving into a theory that has been lighting up fan discussions. Could Molly Lansing Davis and TJ Ashford's first child still be alive? With hints dropped in recent episodes and fans speculating on social media, this storyline could be heading toward an unexpected twist. Let's unravel the mystery, starting with the fan theories surrounding Andrea Gates. Could Andrea Gates have faked the miscarriage? One of the most intriguing aspects of this theory is the suggestion that the first surrogate, Andrea Gates, might not have been entirely honest about her pregnancy. As fans have pointed out, Andrea's decision to bow out of further surrogacy attempts after the supposed miscarriage could raise questions about her true motives. Was it simply grief, or was she hiding something more? Andrea may have had a deeply personal reason for keeping the child, perhaps driven by emotional or financial struggles. If she did fake the miscarriage, it would explain why she refused to go through another surrogacy. Concealing her continued pregnancy would have been difficult. This angle would add layers of complexity to the story, as Molly and TJ would have to grapple with feelings of betrayal while navigating the joy and shock of discovering their child is alive. The role of soap opera logic in the timeline. Critics of the theory have pointed out that the timeline for Molly and TJ's first child might not align with the current events in Port Charles. However, seasoned General Hospital viewers know that soap operas often take creative liberties with time. Characters age overnight, forgotten relatives suddenly emerge, and timelines stretch or condense to suit the drama. This flexibility means that introducing Molly and TJ's child, whether as a baby or an older character, wouldn't be entirely out of the realm of possibility. Writers could easily weave this plot into the fabric of the show, creating emotional moments and shocking reveals that fans love. Whether it's Andrea's child or an unrelated storyline, the mention of a baby resembling TJ is sure to keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Stella's cryptic mention, a clue or a red herring? In a recent episode, Stella Henry's conversation with Tracy Quartermaine sparked renewed interest in Molly and TJ's story. Stella mentioned seeing a baby in the hospital who bore a striking resemblance to TJ, a detail that fans were quick to dissect. Was this a subtle clue planted by the writers, or was it simply a throwaway line meant to mislead viewers? If Stella's observation turns out to be significant, it could open the door to a major twist. Could this baby be Molly and TJ's first child, alive and well after all these years? Alternatively, it might serve as a red herring, introducing a new character with a different connection to Port Charles. Either way, the mention of the baby has reignited interest in a storyline that once seemed resolved. Christina's tragic surrogacy attempt and its emotional fallout. Molly and TJ's second attempt at parenthood involved a more personal connection, as Christina Corinthos Davis stepped in as their surrogate. However, the arrangement quickly spiraled into tragedy. Christina's refusal to give up her parental rights created tension that culminated in a devastating accident. After a confrontation at a hotel, Christina fell out of a window and into a pool, leading to an emergency C-section. The loss of Irene Marie, the child born from this surrogacy, left Molly and TJ shattered. This tragedy deepened the rift between the couple and Christina, adding emotional weight to their already fraught relationships. Revisiting this storyline by introducing a new twist, such as the survival of their first child, would give Molly and TJ an opportunity to heal while creating new dramatic conflicts. The emotional toll on Molly and TJ. The loss of two children has taken a profound toll on Molly and TJ, testing their relationship in ways they never anticipated. For Molly, the pain of being unable to conceive naturally has been compounded by the heartbreak of failed surrogacies. TJ, while supportive, has struggled with feelings of helplessness and frustration as they navigate their grief together. Reintroducing a child into their lives, whether it's their own or another twist, would provide a chance to explore the couple's resilience and their ability to overcome challenges. It would also add depth to their characters, showcasing their growth as individuals and as a team. Fan speculations, a child's return to Port Charles. On platforms like Reddit, fans have been buzzing with theories about how a child could be reintroduced into Molly and TJ's lives. One popular idea suggests that Andrea Gates, the original surrogate, may have faked the miscarriage and raised the child as her own. If this were true, the child's return to Port Charles could be orchestrated in several dramatic ways. For instance, the child might arrive in town as a teenager or young adult, unaware of their true parentage. Alternatively, Andrea herself could return, either to confess the truth or to protect her secret. These scenarios would not only create compelling drama but also give Molly and TJ a chance to reclaim a part of their lives they thought was lost forever. What's next for Molly and TJ? As fans eagerly await answers, the potential reintroduction of Molly and TJ's child offers an opportunity to reignite their storyline in a meaningful way. Whether the baby Stella mentioned is connected to them or not, the emotional stakes are higher than ever. Will Molly and TJ discover the truth about their first child, or will this remain another chapter of heartbreak in their journey? If the writers choose to pursue this storyline, it could lead to powerful moments of reconciliation, forgiveness, and hope. Molly and TJ's resilience in the face of loss has already made them a compelling couple, and adding this new layer of complexity would only deepen their connection to the audience. Next, we're diving into the tangled web of Gio Palmieri's parentage and a potential bombshell revelation that could shake Port Charles to its core. Could Cody Bell, not Dante Falconeri, be the father of Brooklyn Quartermain's long-lost son? With secrets from their teenage years resurfacing, this storyline promises plenty of twists, turns, and drama. Let's unpack it all, starting with Brooklyn's current predicament. Brooklyn's emotional struggle. The mystery of her lost son. Brooklyn Quartermain has faced her fair share of heartbreak, but nothing compares to the unresolved pain of giving up her son as a teenager. She has no idea where her child ended up, though clues suggest her mother, Lois Cerullo, may have entrusted him to a cousin and her military husband. This arrangement, made in secrecy, was supposedly meant to give the baby a stable upbringing away from the chaos of Brooklyn's life. Recent revelations have reignited Brooklyn's curiosity and guilt about her past decisions. Could the child she gave up for adoption all those years ago be Gio Palmieri, the young man now connected to Sonny Corinthos? Brooklyn is beginning to piece together the fragments of her past, and the answers may be closer than she ever imagined. Her emotional journey as she grapples with the possibility of reconnecting with her son is a storyline rich with potential for heartache and healing. Cody Bell's secret, could he be the father? Cody Bell's arrival in Port Charles brought with it an air of mystery, and it seems that his secrets are finally catching up to him. Longtime viewers will remember that Cody and Dante Falconeri were close friends who met at summer camp during their teenage years. But it wasn't just Dante who formed connections at camp. Cody also harbored feelings for a teenage Brooklyn, who was working as a counselor that summer. If the rumors are true, Brooklyn may have had relationships with both Cody and Dante during that fateful summer. While it was initially hinted that Dante could be Joe's father, new clues suggest Cody may actually hold that title. If this turns out to be the case, it would not only complicate Cody's already tumultuous life but also force him to confront the consequences of a summer fling he thought was long behind him. Dante's memories and his connection to Brooklyn. Dante Falconeri has always been upfront about his teenage crush on Brooklyn. In fact, his feelings for her were a hot topic when Cody first arrived in Port Charles. Cody didn't hesitate to tease Dante about his type, noting the similarities between Brooklyn, Lulu Spencer, and Sam McCall. Stubborn, independent, and fiercely loyal, all three women share traits that Dante seems drawn to. However, Dante's memories of that summer at camp may not be as innocent as they seem. Cody's cryptic comments about a long-kept secret hint at deeper layers to the story. Could Dante have overlooked key details about what really happened between Brooklyn and Cody that summer? As more secrets come to light, Dante may find himself re-evaluating his past and the role he played in Brooklyn's life. The role of Sonny Corinthos, a friend helping a friend. Sonny Corinthos' connection to this storyline adds yet another layer of intrigue. As a close friend of the Cerullo family, Sonny paid for Joe's schooling, believing it was simply a gesture of goodwill. At the time, Sonny had no idea that Dante could potentially be Joe's father, or that Brooklyn was even involved. This connection raises questions about how much Sonny knew, or didn't know, about the circumstances surrounding Joe's upbringing. If Cody is revealed to be Joe's father, it would further complicate Sonny's involvement. As someone who has acted as a mentor to both Dante and Cody, Sonny could find himself caught in the middle of a deeply personal conflict. How will Sonny react to the possibility that his past actions unknowingly intertwined with a secret of this magnitude? Brooklyn and Cody, a reunion full of questions. Brooklyn and Cody's interactions in recent episodes have been charged with unspoken tension. While they've mostly crossed paths in casual settings, spoilers suggest that Brooklyn will soon seek out Cody for a more serious conversation. Could this be the moment when Brooklyn learns the truth about Joe's parentage? For Cody, the prospect of being Joe's father would be a shocking revelation. He has spent much of his life trying to escape his past, and the idea of being a parent to a child he never knew existed would force him to re-evaluate everything. Brooklyn, meanwhile, would have to confront the reality of co-parenting with someone she barely knows. Their dynamic could become one of the most compelling aspects of this unfolding storyline. Gio Palmieri, the center of the storm. At the heart of this story is Gio Palmieri, a young man whose true parentage remains a mystery. If Gio is indeed Brooklyn's son, it would bring a sense of closure to a chapter of her life she thought was long closed. However, the revelation would also upend Joe's world, forcing him to reconcile with the truth about where he came from and who his parents are. Joe's character has already shown depth and potential, making him a perfect candidate for a major storyline. As the pieces of the puzzle come together, his relationships with Brooklyn, Cody, and Dante could lead to emotional moments and dramatic confrontations. How Gio responds to these revelations will undoubtedly shape the next chapter of his journey in Port Charles. What's next for Port Charles? As this storyline unfolds, the stakes couldn't be higher. Brooklyn is on the brink of discovering the truth about her son, while Cody must confront the possibility that he's a father. Dante, meanwhile, may have to face the fact that his teenage memories aren't as innocent as he believed. And with Sonny's involvement adding an extra layer of complexity, the potential for drama is endless. Will Brooklyn and Cody find common ground as they navigate this life-altering revelation? How will Gio react to learning the truth about his parents? And what role will Dante play in this tangled web of relationships? One thing is certain, Port Charles is in for a whirlwind of emotions, secrets, and surprises. Next, we're unraveling the dark and complex layers of Drew Quartermain's obsession with Willow Corinthos. As tensions rise and secrets threaten to explode, Drew's descent into a darker side could reshape the dynamics in Port Charles. Let's break down what's happening, starting with the potential chaos Drew's obsession could cause. The chaos of a darker Drew, unleashing his obsession. If Drew Quartermain's fixation on Willow Corinthos continues to escalate, the fallout could be catastrophic. His inability to let go of Willow, even when she clearly rejects him, would push him further into an obsessive spiral. Once a loyal and honorable man, Drew's desperation might drive him to betray his own principles, turning him into someone unrecognizable. The potential for Drew to lash out is immense. His relationships with key figures like Nina Reeves, Curtis Ashford, and Jordan Ashford are already strained, and his obsession could alienate him even further from those who once supported him. Imagine Drew resorting to manipulation, betrayal, or even violence in his quest to reclaim Willow's love. The ripple effects would touch everyone in his orbit, making him a volatile presence in Port Charles. The turning point, losing Willow forever. The inevitable fallout of Drew's secret tryst with Nina Reeves is set to be a major turning point. Willow Corinthos, already struggling with her own emotional battles, is unlikely to forgive Drew when she learns the truth. Her rejection would shatter Drew, but instead of accepting the consequences, he could become even more obsessed with earning her forgiveness. Drew's relentless pursuit of Willow, despite her marriage to Michael Corinthos, has already raised eyebrows in Port Charles. Losing her would only deepen his fixation, fueling his descent into darkness. Viewers might see Drew resort to increasingly extreme measures to win Willow back, creating a tense and dangerous atmosphere as his obsession spirals out of control. Drew's descent into obsession, a pattern emerges. For months, Drew's behavior toward Willow has hinted at an unhealthy fixation. From his constant appearances at the gatehouse to his persistent phone calls, Drew has made it clear that he won't take no for an answer. Even when Willow was still with Michael, Drew's relentless pursuit suggested a man unwilling to respect boundaries. This behavior has already begun to alienate Drew from his family, particularly the Quartermains, who are wary of his intentions. His obsession, combined with his inability to let go, has set the stage for a darker, more dangerous version of Drew to emerge. How far will he go to keep Willow in his life? The possibilities are chilling. The truth about Nina, a ticking time bomb. The revelation of Drew's secret relationship with Nina Reeves is a ticking time bomb waiting to detonate. Too many people know the truth, and it's only a matter of time before Willow finds out. Once she learns that Drew slept with her mother, the betrayal will be too much to bear. This moment of truth will serve as the catalyst for Drew's transformation. Faced with losing Willow for good, Drew's desperation will reach new heights. His feelings for Willow have already begun to border on obsession, but this rejection could push him into a full-blown descent into darkness. The once principled Drew might find himself willing to lie, cheat, and manipulate to get what he wants. A darker Drew, the impact on Port Charles. Drew's transformation into a darker, more obsessive version of himself would have far-reaching consequences for Port Charles. His relationships with the Quartermain family, already strained, would likely crumble completely. Meanwhile, those closest to Willow, like Michael, Nina, and even Curtis, would find themselves caught in Drew's path of destruction. The potential for drama is immense. A darker Drew would not only alienate himself from those he loves but also create conflict with key players in Port Charles. His actions could have a ripple effect, drawing others into the chaos and sparking tensions that would reshape the social dynamics of the town. From lies to betrayals, Drew's actions would leave no one untouched. Will Drew's obsession lead to violence? As Drew's obsession grows, the possibility of violence becomes a chilling reality. His desperation to keep Willow at any cost could push him to take drastic measures, potentially endangering those around him. Whether it's Michael, Nina, or even Willow herself, anyone who stands in Drew's way could become a target. This darker side of Drew would mark a stark departure from the man Port Charles once knew. It would also create a compelling and high-stakes storyline, as viewers watch him grapple with his inner demons and the consequences of his actions. Will Drew realize the damage he's causing, or will his obsession consume him entirely? The future of Drew and Willow's storyline. As the truth about Drew and Nina's past looms over the storyline, the tension is building toward an explosive climax. Willow's reaction to the revelation will undoubtedly shape the next chapter of her relationship with Drew. Whether she cuts him out of her life completely or tries to find a way to move forward, the fallout will be significant. For Drew, this storyline presents an opportunity for growth or further decline. If he can confront his obsession and take responsibility for his actions, he might find a path to redemption. However, if he succumbs to his darker impulses, he risks losing everything and everyone he holds dear. What's next for Drew Quartermain? The future of Drew Quartermain in Port Charles is uncertain, but one thing is clear: his obsession with Willow Corinthos has already set him on a dangerous path. Whether he continues to spiral into darkness or finds a way to redeem himself, this storyline is poised to deliver high-stakes drama and emotional intensity. How will Port Charles react to a darker Drew? Will his actions push Willow even further away, or will she find a way to forgive him? And what role will Nina, Michael, and the Quartermains play in the unfolding chaos? Fans will have to stay tuned to see how this gripping storyline evolves. Thank you for tuning in to ABC General Hospital Channel. What do you think, GH fans? Is Drew destined to become the next big villain in Port Charles, or will he find a way back to the man he once was? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't miss the next episode as this dramatic story continues to unfold.